Josie. We really appreciate the opportunity today, and for all of you printers out there, the goal today will be to kind of give you some new ideas on how you can not only help grow your businesses, but utilize your existing tool set. Many of you already have the XMPie solution integrated, and obviously, as Josie mentioned, the packaging segment is definitely up and coming and growing rather quickly. I know a lot of you have digital machinery, some analog, as we'll show you some of the examples today of how these tools can be used. Imagine being able to go into some of your existing customers and offer new things based on simple things, even potentially rapid prototyping or strategic alignment. Let's say you want to go in and work with a company and only offer certain items that fit your manufacturing profile. Let's say you want to approach the beverage industry and offer maybe 2 or 3 different options for a 6-pack bottle carrier. The list just goes on and on. We're going to kind of talk about the basics of boxitnow, and Adon will show you how to incorporate the solution from a viewer standpoint, also all the way down to an enterprise and then potentially a widget integration directly into the XMPie store flow. So boxitnow is basically, as Josie mentioned, a simple to use solution. Our goal for any of you who have had experience in packaging, the traditional process has been an expensive CAD engine with an expensive designer, learning kind of the basics, working with the client to figure out what the needs are. We decided that boxitnow should be a solution that is simple enough even for a sales rep or a brand manager to go in and start doing some simple ideation, quickly putting concepts together, but also a very powerful back-end engine that delivers everything you need, especially if you're a printer, to go actually produce prototypes and samples. We're going to show you the core engine today, which is our professional version, boxitnow.com. We also have an enterprise version where you can brand the system under your own trade name to go in and offer to your customers to do development. But more importantly, the ability to obviously tie this into your store flow, workflow process to where you can actually narrow down the options and really become a viable solution for your account or a niche market. So we're going to take you to the public site today to actually show you the full functionality. And this is more of the studio version, but I'm going to kind of show you the basics of where we go and how this is being utilized. We see boxitnow today being utilized by not only packaging companies, but also brand managers, people who want to come in and get quick concepts to the market very quickly. Our viewer is quite unique. We'll show you that here in a minute. I can also send the end user or my customer 3D view of that design that they can pull up on their cell phone or any touch type tablet and actually open and close the design like you're seeing here and then do some soft proofing. So we've got one of the most robust viewers on the marketplace today. We're also able to show you both inside and outside of the cartons. So let's go in and just kind of show you the basics of the editor. So I'm going to click on the categories button. One of the first things that we do is offer you over 180 different traditional box styles. And as you can see, I know some of you have larger format digital gear that's capable of running corrugate. We have a very large corrugate inventory of designs, but we also have a folding carton engine with 3 different categories. And let's kind of walk through those quickly. So a lot of these styles you'll recognize right away. And as I mentioned earlier, start thinking about implementing some of these into your workflow. You know, a lot of you I know, pizza box is a huge business, beverage side, huge business. We've also got some vineyard opportunities in here. Everything that pretty much covers the basis of the traditional standards that you might use in the industry. Even some point of purchase items like stacking trays, magazine trays, something that might fit your production profile. And then in the gift and apparel side, you'll recognize a lot of these styles: simple straight tuck cartons, economy tuck shoe boxes. We'll go on down the list. Also on the corrugated side, as I mentioned, the ability then to create corrugated standards. I know a lot of you have the ability to print directly on corrugated sheets or even microflute or thinner sheets. We even offer some display components that you can pull up and use accordingly. Now, the cool thing about boxitnow is it basically is delivering everything that a traditional CAD system would give an end user, but in a very simple, easy to use format. So let's go look at a straight tuck. I'll select the style. And you see immediately it pulls us into what we're calling our editor engine. And we have total control of the design. I can click it to unfold it, fold it. And to go a little bit deeper here, the ability to then quickly go parametrically resize the design. So a selection, in this case we've got a folding carton, so we're assuming that the narrowed down solution is going to be an SBS solution on anything from 10 point to 30 point SBS. But we can go quickly in and actually do some basic resizing of the design. So let's make this a cube. We'll go 3 by 3 by 3. We'll click the resize button, and instantly we have a new design based on the linked width and depth parameters that we've entered. So just that quickly, so you understand the powerfulness of the boxitnow engine, we've also created a CAD drawing and several files that we'll show you here in a minute that can be directly sent either for quotation, estimation, rapid prototyping, or even production down the line. And Adon's going to show you how that can all be incorporated right into your store flow solution. boxitnow is available both in imperial and metric conversions. For an advanced designer, I can go in and actually tweak every design even down farther to say I wanted to modify certain aspects of the design even more specifically. Once the design is created, I have a solution in the in boxitnow where I can actually go load media. So the media manager offers me a place to go dump any kind of digital assets, including CYMK color match formulas, PostScript files, vector files, even full page graphics that maybe I've already created for a different aspect for my customer. So in this case, it's a Presso Cup solution. We've got a full litho wrap that's just laying and waiting for us to apply to a carton. These can be viewed in both lists, and obviously this is all web-based, a part of the studio. So at any time you're designing your carton, you have access to these assets at any point during the process. Once the design is created, then I have the ability in the storage engine, or what we call my boxes, to be able to go quickly pull up a standard that we might have designed and see it in 3D mode. So here's an example of a tea box for bamboo tea. Again, I have the ability to quickly view it, see where I stood in the process, go out and look at my external view. Here's my internal view, the CAD drawing, but anytime have the ability to quickly go in and modify any portion of the information. So let's say we want to drop a new color in, or maybe I just want to add a nutritional facts segment to this carton. I can just simply drag and drop, resize that element, and make it available in my design instantly, and then in a soft preview mode, have that available. So I could then save my design and then export that design to any number of users in the process. So not only is boxitnow creating a specification for quotation, but traditional file formats that would be used in the packaging world today. If I'm a professional user, I can download the high-res EPS file and take that right into the Adobe suite, or in the case of XMPie, InDesign, design my graphic accordingly and come back and actually reload the design, the full page graphic to the from the die line. But we're also sending additional files. So in this case, let's go take the carton we've just designed and download the graphic that we've created right from within the engine. So I'm going to say, click the high-res PDF. We're going to download it. So boxitnow has taken all the components of this particular design and actually built a high-resolution PDF. And you've also noticed that we're allowing and built the trap into the design as well. So in literal terms, this file is print ready. It also contains the die line in a secondary file as inclusive to the PDF. So I'm going to show you how easy it is really to go back and actually design a box from scratch. So let's go back. We're going to take one of the examples that you saw earlier in Josie's presentation. So let's go in and grab that tuck carton that we saw earlier. And the goal here obviously is to do this in record time. And with boxitnow integrated into XMPie, let's say that you are approaching a specific market. Let's say it's a gift market. With XMPie, you could actually have these solutions pre-stored in your solution. So maybe you don't make them resizable, but only in a certain way where you can go in and call these standards up. So these standard profiles can be saved in your store flow solution, not only with the structural process, but with the graphic process as well. So many of you have seen the storefront options with XMPie. I can actually go in and walk through a wizard style process to go take a standard graphic in the background and go do minor customization. So we're going to resize this box. We're going to choose a 20-point board. We're going to resize it into a cube. Go immediately to my outside view, and I'm going to go back into those preloaded graphics that we talked about earlier. Okay, so we'll use the Presso Cup solution. I could store partial designs or even build this thing from scratch if I wanted to in that scenario. So let's pull in a full graphic so I can quickly go in and start sizing this up. Okay, at any time bounce back to see what we've designed. Again, on the inside as well, and as I mentioned, boxitnow also offers the ability to create inside graphics. So let's say that this particular customer wants to create a marketing mailer for their user. They could come in here. There's that background image, process image that we bring in. And I can even bring in incremental designs or portions of that earlier concept. So let's say we want to put some coffee beans coming down in here, and we'll put a cup. So when the user comes in, opens the carton for marketing purposes or whatever, we can customize it based on that end user. So integrated into the XMPie solution with variable data, then we could go in and actually offer a customized message to that individual user using the store flow workfront. In this case, we can add individual text, colors and patterns. Any of this stuff can be incorporated right into the workflow, basically to have available to you or the ease of use for your customers for simple modifications. Let's go back to our 3D view now. We'll fold it up. And again, very cool on the cell phone. I can send this to a user or my customer on the cell phone. They can see the actual end result. And then using their fingers on the screen by taking 3 fingers, placing them on the screen and spreading them out, the design's going to open up in real time. And you can see there's our internal customization as well. At that point, our boxitnow engine will transfer this information, everything that the store flow solution needs to go process the order and go right to the manufacturing process. So uniquely now, as I mentioned, all the files that are needed for print production have already been created. In the case of XMPie, using the InDesign solution, now there's a guarantee that all the technical data that we've added, text, whatever, is going to be printing compliant and actually ready to print. So in that case, remember the EPS, 2 additional CAD files, and the HPGL cutting file. So that PDF is going to contain everything you need to print and cut that design at any point in time. In our category, and as Don starts talking about the store flow activity, again, we can take any one of your existing designs if you have a specific client in mind, or maybe even a prototype or a custom design that you want to offer that you could possibly even have a patent on. That could be entitled and brought into your store flow solution to where you're offering that to your customer. Again, ease of use, quick to prototype. We've got a lot of brand companies out there right now that are using us just to be able to quickly go in and show a customer or show a prospective end user what something might look like in long front. So you can see here, here's a pizza box. There's a generic design of a pizza box. Let's go in. I could have preloaded, again, any individual graphics in the workflow. And within seconds, let's put a combo here on, and I'll spin that around. And we'll drag in now the company logo, same way. Make that a little larger. So within, 5-6 seconds here, we have a Giovanna's pizza box ready to go. And again, with the proper preparation at this point in time to export, customers design the box. With our boxitnow viewer integrated into XMPie, they get to see the whole thing in 3 dimensions. Make sure that they have a soft proof of the item and go right to place the order. So that's my high-level overview of boxitnow. If you have any technical questions towards the end, we'd be glad to answer. And Josie, I will hand it back to you.